AC guy just came. I've been having issues with the AC. It's peculiar because at night it gets hotter. And I like to be up under the covers, and it gets hotter at night than it does in the daytime. And the AC guy said that he didn't really understand that. And then I noticed when I got up closer that I noticed that the unit had Wi-Fi. And I asked him what that meant. And the person over this organization where I'm staying at stated that I had to talk to them about the programming of the remote and different avenues of using the unit. So I asked him about the Wi-Fi. And then he said he didn't know. I said that this could possibly be what's happening at night because people play games with me. And he said that could possibly be. So he said that he would check other things. And since I know how my life is, I said, let's cut the heat on. And I want to make sure that that works while you're here. And then he says that I asked him how I could review online on how to program the remote and, combat any issues I may experience later. And he said that I could go online and look it up on my own. So then I stated, okay. He said he didn't know about the Wi-Fi. So I said, can you cut the heat on to make sure that that works? He said that, I want to see. And he showed me how to cut the heat on. And then he said, okay, it works. I said, I told you I wanted to see it. So then he said, I checked it and it works. I said, I wanted to see. So then he says, okay, the heat's on and this AC coming out. It's actually colder with the heat on than it was before they walked in with the AC on. And then I said, sir, this clearly is not heat. And he said that he gave me some kind of excuse like they did. And with the KFC example of the chicken. At KFC, I ordered a breast and a wing and she gave me a thigh and a leg. They're told to treat me like this. And then I said, ma'am, this is clearly not a wing and a breast. This is a thigh and a leg. And she said, yes, it is. So I held it up, and then the other staff were laughing. They thought it was funny, comical that she said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. After I held it up for clarity on how she thought that the thigh and a leg was a wing and a breast, that cost extra money. And then she held me up, and my car was overheating. And something weird had happened to my car. So nonetheless, it was overheating. I said, ma'am, please, my car's overheating. Can I please just have the wing and the breast? She said, okay, I'll fix it, and held me up. And then she said, okay, I fixed it and gave me my money back. So then, but back to today. So he's telling me that he is AC. And these people act like they're cracking up. And I said, sir, this is clearly not heat. It's cold. I wish that you can come feel it and hear this conversation. So nonetheless, he says that maybe you need to speak with my supervisor. So now in the middle of committing crimes, they have these abusive supervisors that are on the phone that come out when my abuser's upset. He enlists people to do things like this. And then they have these con supervisors that are enlisting them into harassment. And then the supervisors come, violate, and commit crimes. So nonetheless, that's what we have going on today. And we do know that it is not a game. Multiple different hotels played the same game. Ever since I've been living, I've never heard of a heating system that has heat, but yet it can't be heat. Used to be, before I was targeted, heat used to be heat, and it wasn't different levels of heat to deprive you of heat. Now at hotels, the heat is working. The heat is working here, but clearly it's not heat. So how do you combat that? It seems like everyone around you is cracking up, but I'm supposed to be the problem. Before, like I said, heat was heat. It wasn't, this coil, this, that, to validate why heat is no longer heat. Well, the problem, I'm anemic, so I'm cold nature. Heat in jail. Heat at hospitals. Heat is heat nowhere. Ever since I've been targeted, I think it's peculiar. And now I'll give you an update of what happens with the supervisor.